All right, we already got one viewer waiting.
Sweet. That's probably Jess. No.
No.
Oh, no, okay.
Nope. I don't even know.
5 viewers waiting. We're 5 p.m. Let's go live. That's why. You gotta subscribe, Jess.
Oh, what is it doing? I just recorded and unrecorded.
Are you recording and unrecording?
Is it still?
Hello. Hello, everyone. There we go.
Okay, let's make sure everybody can hear us and all that.
Can you guys hear us all right? We're on a little bit of a stream delay, so let us know.
All right, just send me the questions here.
Here, I can check on my phone, make sure we're hearing. Fill that wall.
Fill that wall.
I'm working on it, okay? Can you guys hear us all right? Sweet.
Nice. Let's get some mood lighting on.
Some mood light? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay.
All right.
So, like I said, we are on a little bit of a stream delay. This is our first live stream. You guys know that.
Yeah.
So, if it doesn't seem like we're answering your questions, you guys are 20 seconds behind us. It's like we're forward in time.
All right. So, answering. Okay, so my name is Jake. I'm the owner of Tacticon. As you guys might know, today is going to be primarily for you. It's going to be an opportunity for you guys to ask whatever questions you want, make suggestions to us for product development. It's also going to be an opportunity for you to help us improve some existing products if that's what you want. You can ask really anything you want, and I'll give you honest answers. The goal here is what I'd like to do is just kind of build a framework initially when we're starting by answering some general questions that we typically get, the questions that come in on a regular basis, and we've kind of compiled them here. And I'm gonna go through that in just a second. But what I'd like to start with, what I genuinely like to start with is like who we are and what we're about. And I know I've kind of beat this like a dead horse. You're probably sick of hearing it, but I'm not sick of saying it. So we pride ourselves in building firearm equipment that is accessible to everybody. So I genuinely believe that every American should have the right to exercise their Second Amendment. And that's why we do what we do here. When I started the company, I couldn't buy the stuff that I needed to defend myself. And so I very quickly started just making products one after the other, starting with just a purse holster. I should have brought it in here. A purse holster in my garage that allowed us to kind of start that market up, right? And see if anybody wanted what we had to make. And then from there, we just created different iterations of products at affordable prices. So yeah, that's kind of how it all got started. Full disclosure, I did start this company back in 2015 with a partner. After about a year of being in partnership, maybe a year and a half of being in partnership, with this guy, we had some differences, and we split off, and I bought him out, and then I carried on my own. We were primarily in concealed carry equipment. As you know, like a lot of stuff that you'll see from our company is Concealed Carrier LLC. And then we do business as Tacticon. That's because the initial company that we started was to build only concealed carry equipment. I wanted to move into tactical stuff. He didn't seem very interested, and so we went our separate ways. And that is just a quick backstory on where we are. We both of us were veterans, and the reason why I say that is because that's one of the questions that we get consistently from customer service. So how did Tacticon start? I gave you a little bit of that already, right? I started with a mission to be able to outfit all Americans with affordable equipment. And really how Tacticon started, like I initially cut my teeth prior to that with I made baby onesies. From onesies to gunsies, I guess you could say. I was just screen printing baby onesies in my garage and just trying to figure out how search engine optimization worked and how I taught myself how to build a website and kind of figured that all out. And then I didn't really have a passion for baby onesies, especially when my kids weren't babies anymore. So I'm doing this now. So from there, Tacticon was kind of born, and I already went into that. So the next question that we get a lot in customer service is, Jake, really a combat veteran? Yes, I am genuinely a combat vet. So I was deployed to Afghanistan in 05-06. I was in the Army for 4 years. I was with the 173rd Airborne in the Army, and we were stationed out of Vicenza, Italy. So that's that. What products or changes can we expect to see in 2023 for Tacticon? So there are some folks asking about that. Honestly, the changes that I want to see in 2023 for Tacticon are the changes that you want to see in 2023 for Tacticon. That is the whole point of us starting to do this. I want to start inviting the audience in a little bit more. I want to start inviting you guys in a little bit more. I wouldn't be here. Should have probably started with all that. None of this would be here. The support that we have from you, the customers, has built a team of dozens of employees and just really has been able, you've given opportunity for people to be able to grow their families and enrich their lives through your patronage. And so we genuinely appreciate that. And so because of that, I want to start giving more back to you and meaningfully. And I mean every one of you. I don't mean like I'm talking to a 10,000 person. How many people are in here right now?
7 billion people.
67.
That is awesome.
No, 77.
77. So there's 77 people in here, right? So you will be heard. I'm going to give you some email addresses for specific things that you wanted to address that you can send to. Every one of them will be read. We'll take every single thing into consideration, and we will respect your time here today for being here with us. So that's what I want to see in 2023. What I had on my agenda was just doing more of this, getting more involved, inviting you into our company. That's it. As far as products go, there's a few things on the radar. We have an Apex Predator line coming out, which you're familiar with our Predator optics. We have an Apex Predator optic line coming out that is going to, the V1 through the V5. It's going to kind of emulate everything that we had in the traditional V1 through the V3. But what we're doing instead is we are giving you, in my opinion, high-end kind of EOTech, Vortex quality optics that have like the multi-reticle functions, the auto-off, the 50,000 hours of battery life, all those unique features, even solar in one of them, and keeping them under, keeping them still at a third of the price of all those other optics. So why does Tacticon offer I'm just reading these off the cuff, I haven't seen these yet. So why does Tacticon offer a lifetime warranty? So we offer a lifetime warranty to just better serve the customer, right? So not a lot of people know who we are. We're a small company. And so if you don't trust who we are as a brand and what we do, at the very least, I can, we're taking money from you to give you a product. We should be able to guarantee that product. And so that's why we do that. Will Tacticon ever open a storefront? Yes, probably. The reason I will only do it if it's going to, I will only open a storefront if it's going to be cost effective. And the reason why is because anything that takes away from that filter that passes through everything in this company, which is it giving value to our customers? If I have to increase the cost on all the goods because I've just opened a storefront and increased the cost of the entire business, then I won't do it. But if I can use existing real estate to open something up, to allow people access to come in here and buy it not online, absolutely I'll do it. What is Breakout Manufacturing? Breakout Manufacturing is our FFL. We are recently received our FFL federally. We're waiting on California DOJ, and I think we're just about done. That took like over a year because Communist Republic of California. But we will be manufacturing firearms and firearm parts at that point. So this is, am I allowed to touch this on camera? Can I tell
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
I can
Just
tell
as long as it's not a firearm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
This is a slide.
YouTube's got some weird rules. So
Yep.
this is one of the first products that we made for breakout manufacturing. It is just a Glock 19 Gen 3 slide.
So just
that
to let you
has-
know, we're still on a little bit of a video delay, so they'll see that in a second.
Okay.
I'm working on fixing it.
Okay, gotcha. Predator V4. It's got our Predator V4 pistol optic on here right now. Breakout manufacturing slide. I have already put thousands and thousands of rounds through this, and it is held up beautifully. So has the optic. How can I, as a customer, help Tacticon? That doesn't sound like something that. Those are general questions. Those are not the frequently asked questions. That's why.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so specific questions frequently asked. I'm going to try to go through this as fast as possible.
So we can get to your comments.
Yeah, so we can get to your comments like I promised. Can I flip the magnifier mount to be used left-handed? Yes, you can. Yes, it just unscrews, and then you flip it, put the screws back in, boom. The only difference is it just depends on which magnifier mount you're talking about. If you're talking about the Falcon V1 with the push button, then you'll end up pushing from the back and pulling in towards yourself instead of pushing forward. The other mount, the other flipping mount, the one that just throws to the side, if you flip that around, yes, you'd be throwing it to the other side instead of the right side. And all you do for that is just take it off the rail, and well, you have to take the mount off and then spin the magnifier around and remount the magnifier to the mount. It would take probably 30 seconds. What is the purpose of trauma pads? Do I really need them? Trauma pads are just a little insurance that it creates more of a barrier between. The answer is yes. The simple answer is yes. Trauma pads are great. They're incredibly inexpensive, and back face deformation as per the NIJ is 44 millimeters, and that is what they designated was the critical point where serious trauma would be done. And if you wanted to just stay in the fight a little bit longer, have a little extra insurance that whatever back face deformation is happening to that plate is not going to put you down and it'll allow you to stay in the fight, then absolutely. It's a very inexpensive way to get a little more insurance on that back face signature. What are the benefits differences between SAPI and shooter's cut? Which one should I choose? Yeah, so pretty simple answer. SAPI cut gives you more protection. It was kind of the standard for the military. It's what we had. We had ESAPI cuts when I was in the military, and it just gives you a little more protection up on the shoulders. Shooter's cut allows you to be a little more mobile. The plate's a little bit lighter, and it allows you to shoulder a rifle. So it's the primary differences between the SAPI and the shooter's cut. Do you want more mobility? And do you want to be able to shoulder a rifle easier? Get a shooter's cut. Do you want more protection, more of a defensive posture? Get a SAPI cut. Pros and cons of steel plates versus polyethylene ceramic plates. I can finally answer this without people talking a bunch of poo, because now we manufacture both. Because when I was manufacturing steel plates by itself, and that was our first product, they'd be like, well, of course they're going to say steel is better because they make steel. I still stand with it. I love steel plates. We have a buildup coat that we put on those steel plates that we've shot dozens of times that still holds the frag in. And I know that is just going to make people just bristle with antagonism.
Yeah,
right?
I went to film a video that never got fully released because the quality of it wasn't matching standards. But I took one of our AR600 plates and shot it 90 times before the frag coating came off with 7.62-39.
Yeah, it's incredible. It really is. And I mean, you can just shoot it so many times. The back face signature, as you know, our AR500 and 600 steel is now NIJ certified. And when we sent it to the NIJ labs to be able to get that back face signature, I mean, they were coming in, anywhere between, 25 and low 30 millimeter back face signature. What you'll find with a lot of plates, especially polyethylene plates, even from the big guys, from the big companies out there, they'll really kind of push it all the way up to that 42, maybe 39 to 42 millimeter mark when it goes in for certification. You get just a lot more back face signature on those. And you put 2 rounds in the same place and it's gonna pop a hole usually. It's usually the way it works. So pros and cons, how do I know if the Predator V4 will work on my handgun? So that's a good question. Predator V4, we get that question all the time. That's what this is right here. It is a pistol optic. We made it with the RMR footprint. RMR was Triticon's original design as far as it was their footprint. So the footprint that they used to be able to mount their optic onto a pistol. Many pistol optic manufacturers, including ourselves, we chose that footprint because it's just the most popular. There's no use going out and trying to make something proprietary and having proprietary and have people not be able to, put it on their slide. So anyway, you will know if you have an RMR cut on your slide, and if you don't have an RMR cut on your slide, you can either get one milled. Usually shops will charge anywhere between, 100 to 150 bucks maybe to mill them out, and then you got to get it recoated. I mean, which could really just end up costing you the price of a new slide, especially ours. The other alternative is to get rid of this rear sight, and then you could put an adapter plate in the rear sight. It just makes it sit up a little bit higher, which, is a little more inconvenient, but like unless you're, a professional shooter or something, I doubt you'll notice.
Some of those rear sight adapter plates, make sure you look into them and you get a really nice quality one that's gonna stay in there snug and tight. That's the main advantage of getting your slide milled out, is you can actually screw it on there and it's gonna be so tight to it, it's not gonna move around on you. Some of those adapter plates can move around and are a little bit more finicky, so you wanna be careful with that.
Yep.
So let's get to some comments.
Yeah. So we're 15 minutes in. The next 45 minutes is yours.
So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging in there. I've been commenting to you, but let's start with some comments. First comment in, right from you, podcast 1919. All right. Jake, when will the Battletorch V3 be available? I remember something saying the 15th, but I can't find it.
Yes. That is another common question that we get, which is why. So this is the Battletorch V3. This is what he's referring to. This is one of our newest products that we just launched. And this is a 1200 lumens rifle light. This will, the reason why we launch on Amazon quite often and not on our website is because our server right now, again, we're still a fairly small company. Our server cannot handle the full launch. When I sent that thank you video, I don't know if any of you guys got that, but I sent a thank you video out thanking you for the last 8 years, because we just turned 8 on like February 18th, and it broke the website, right? So because I just don't have the server capacity for it yet. So we tend to send everything to Amazon because, right, it's just a good way to get the brunt of that pressure put on the server out to them, and then we bring it into our own site. So. Yeah, I mean, that being said, if you have a fundamental grievance against purchasing from Amazon, which I totally understand that, we can work something out. We're trying to work something out right now where I can get you, maybe if you request it, you can get a private link to our site to allow you to purchase directly from us instead of buying from them. So.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, good. That didn't answer his question. So.
I was about to say you didn't answer his question.
Good thing, Jess. Do we know, or when did we decide to go live on the V3 on our website?
Let's go 2 weeks from now.
Can we get something on our? Can we get it up next week at some point in time, and then just start sending private links out?
About 2 weeks. 2 weeks for you on the Battletorch V3.
Okay, so two weeks on the Battletorch V3 for the website. But what I'm going to do is we'll get it up by the end of next week on the website. I will absolutely try. So if you're going into next weekend, that'll be that.
Texas Viking 1, I got this answer for you, brother. Do you make a red dot that can handle being mounted on an Ultimac railed gas tube? So AK stuff, yeah, you can put the Predator V3 on there. I am currently rocking on my AK 7.6239 AKM. I've got the Predator V4 mounted up there. It has lasted a lot of rounds. I've dropped it a lot. It's doing great, so you can run that. And I apologize for not saying y'all. Yeah, sorry. I'm bad. Can the Elite Slings pull be reversed so you pull towards the rifle to extend the strap? Just ordered it the other day. Can't wait to get in. Not really. Not in my testing. It's kind of a pull towards you to extend kind of thing. You could maybe put it on the other side, but I wouldn't suggest that.
Yeah, but again, so this is one of those. Anytime we have a question that we can't definitively say, well, I mean, we can definitively say, no, you can't do that. But if it's something that you genuinely want, we created a couple email addresses for you to be able to email and get that in. And that particular item will be under, if you send the email to research@tacticon.com, And Nolan's going to put in the
I'll-
link here
I'll
real quick.
pin 'em.
If there is something that you want to see in a product, whether it's a new product or an improved product, like an improvement to an existing product that we have, put it in there. What I'm going to try to do is find a better way to do this in the future where it kind of gathers all the data and like separates it appropriately, right? Like, what is your idea? What product is it for? And what thing is it for? Because what I'm going to have to do right now is go through the emails and then break that out into an Excel spreadsheet and figure out what the most commonly asked or requested things are. So yeah, we will definitely make the changes that you request.
Next one. Will you be making gloves or helmets? I really love this company. We love you. Gloves or helmets?
What are we doing?
Will
Gloves
we,
or helmets?
yeah.
Yes, yeah. So as a matter of fact, we are looking. Ballistic helmets are incredibly difficult to make, even on a 3A level. Our press right now is not equipped to do it, but we recently got an autoclave, and that autoclave could have the potential to get to the PSI that we need to make those ballistic helmets. So if we have them, I would say it may be a little ambitious, but within the year, I would.
Quarter four, maybe?
What's that?
Maybe like quarter 4 or something.
Quarter 4, Q4,
2024.
2024, Q.
It's yes, yes, we're planning on it. We're not there yet, but we are planning on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get a little ambitious, and I have some folks telling me that's probably not going to happen. So
Thanks,
it
Jax.
will happen. It will absolutely happen, but give us until like mid 2024 before you start really
Less than a
seeing
year
any
from
release.
now.
Yeah. Less than a year
Less
from
than
now.
a year from now.
Hey,
There it
there we
is.
go. We heard it
Yay.
from Jess, which means it's serious.
Which means it's serious.
Because
All
don't,
right.
yeah. I got the Chode when it first came out.
Ooh, the Chode.
Yeah, the Chode boy. Not you, the actual magnifier. At any point where there be a taller shim to use taller mounts, any ETA on your new red dots?
Yes,
That's
indeed.
2 questions,
That is
one at a time.
Fantastic
Come on.
question. Yes, so we are bringing the Apex line that I was talking about, the Apex Predator line. They are going to be taller optics. Some of them are going to include the lower mount, some the taller mount. And because we're doing that, we also have to make our new line of magnifiers, such as these right here, which is the Falcon V0.5, as well as the Apex Falcon and the Apex Falcon V1 and V0.5, which is like this guy right here. We are going to have to make those with taller shims to be able to accommodate the taller red dots. So yes,
The tall boys.
absolutely. The new lineup will be coming out with the taller shims. What was the second part of that?
New red dots. New red dots win.
Oh, new red dots win?
New red dots win.
Is that next month? I mean,
We're getting.
I can confidently tell you that it is. Like,
Soon.
I will confidently sit here and tell you that it is absolutely, our production is going to be ready to rock and roll by mid-February. Or I'm sorry,
It's
in the
past February.
Mid-March. So,
April.
but I don't want
April.
to. But I don't want to lie to you because we love you. So
April.
probably April.
April. Let's shoot for April on that.
April it is, but they're almost done.
Light bearing holsters win.
Man, I wish Joe was here.
Yeah.
So Joe.
Joe's our holster guy.
Joe's an amazing guy. Joe's getting married right now, so he's out for the next week. We are looking to start we've already started the R&D on them because I'm running our R&D'd OWB holster. You said OWB light bearing, right?
No, this is just light bearing win.
Oh, light bearing holsters in general.
Oh,
Okay.
you gave it away, dude.
Light bearing holsters as soon as possible. As soon as possible. When Joe gets back, that's probably one of the first things that we're going to be working on is getting the light bearing holsters done. It's been a very common request. So I will try to have a product for the popular models developed within the next 3 months. For the popular models, like, you know, the Glock 19.
A lot of soon answers. Lots of stuff is
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
2023 is a big year, guys.
Yeah.
It's a big
So
year.
I can't promise the entire like 24
Lineup.
make and model lineup
Yeah.
that we currently have right now for the light bearing stuff, but I can definitely say with all surety that we can get some light bearing stuff out for the common ones.
Yeah, nice.
7 models.
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
or 7 models. Sounds good.
Yeah, at least to start. Prism scopes in the near future. I'm Ron
Prisms.
Burgundy.
Yeah, prisms. So we have our prototype finished for the prism, and we a lot of CNAs. Everything's 3 to 6 months, just like if you ask the contractor when he's going to be done, he's going to tell you just one more day, just a couple more days.
Just one more day construction.
Couple more days construction. It's
almost there.
CMD construction.
Yeah,
couple more
CMD.
days construction.
Couple more days.
So we're gonna. I would say, if this prototype works out like we want it to, I could potentially see a Prism site coming out within the next 6 months. That's something I'd be fairly confident saying, for sure.
Solid.
Yep.
Are you coming out with a variety of chest rigs? I mean, I hope so.
Yes. So the variety, the chat. Okay, perfect. So this is a good example of send that to research at Tacticon.com. Give us some examples of chest rigs that you're looking for that differ from the ones that we currently carry.
So we can
No,
kind of
back
use them
there.
as
That one
an
over there.
inspiration point.
Yeah, can you see that in the? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Can you?
Boom. It'll pop in a few seconds.
All right, cool.
Yeah. we appreciate you guys so much for
Yeah, as our
sticking
first
through it.
live stream,
Yeah.
we have no idea what we're
You
doing.
guys are the best.
So, yes, we would. We do have every intention of making a new chest rig, but I don't want to make a new chest rig without the input of you guys. So let's build this stuff together. That's kind of the intention. I want to get you guys. I want to be able to get maybe a forum or something together. I may send an email out about it. But if you're interested in collaborating and building products with us, again, send that interest to research@tacticon.com, and then we can start going somewhere with it for sure.
Nice.
Start making little think tanks.
Are you going to come out with a tactical fanny pack that attaches to a plate carrier? So kind of like the drop pouch, but
That'd be neat.
but with a little
It's pretty neat.
with a little something that goes around the waist.
Tactical fanny pack.
Tactical fanny pack.
Drop pouch, but we have drop pouch.
We do have a drop pouch, but it's not fanny pack accessible. It could be something we could think about.
True.
You guys like the fanny packs? I like a fanny pack here.
Okay.
And
Tell how many people we got in here.
there. 114.
114. There's 114 people in here. If you can get me more than 10% of people that want a tactical fanny pack, then I'll look into making it.
I think I can do a poll. Start a poll.
Sweet. How many people want a tactical fanny pack?
Tactical fanny pack.
Yes or no? All right.
All right, polls up. If we can get more than 10%, we're doing it.
Is 10% good or should we go 20? No. All right, 20%. Okay.
All right, we're
Okay.
seeing. All right,
so we've got-
we'll get to more questions
All right,
here.
we'll get more. That's insane.
All right.
It's a lot of people want tactical fanny packs.
I mean, I can't blame them.
But now we got to put that up against another product idea that says
Right.
tactical fanny pack or, right?
Right, that's
And
a
then
good
pick the
point.
best one.
Did we jump the gun on the tactical fanny pack question?
What's the next one?
We're getting here. Gloves and helmet.
A lot of so we're getting a lot of love in the comments. I appreciate that. Makes everything worth it, man. It makes all the sacrifices and the early mornings and late nights. And these guys right now, like we have employees that are still here. They're going to work late in the night and be here on the weekend, and just dedicated folks. So I will pass the love on for sure and let everybody know how much we're gonna read all this in our staff meeting on Friday. Well, maybe not every single comment, but we're gonna definitely pick some out. Share it with everybody.
Triple A25, you asked what range would you recommend you zero the Apex Falcon V2 1x4 by 24? It's up to you, man. I know that's not the answer you're looking for. I prefer a 50 meter zero on most of my stuff, just because that can get me out to 200 easier, and I just aim a little low at the 100 meter. But 100 meter zero is always a tried and true thing, you know? Anywhere between 10 to 50, you're gonna be hitting higher, but at that 100 point, it's dead on, and then pretty much everywhere past that, it's gonna be dropping.
Yep.
So which one you're looking for?
50 is a sweet spot for me too,
Yep.
with most optics. And it really depends on what that rifle is doing. So if you're gonna be using that as kind of an all-around platform, both for, maybe some CQB stuff, but also if it's just like your one rifle, your one everything rifle, then absolutely.
Yeah.
50 meters is just a nice, safe point. If you're doing mostly long distance with that thing, then get it out to 100 meters possibly.
Yeah. Plus then at a 50 meter zero, you don't have to walk as much back and forth to check where your hits are. That's my biggest thing.
That's the worst.
I am the
Worst
worst.
advice ever.
Yeah. Any new lines coming in the future? Yeah, we were just talking about that stuff.
While he's looking for the next question, I am going to go over this real quick. And this is the Battletorch V1. So we're making a change to this, and I wanted to get your input. This is going to be something that we are going to... somebody posted something. I wish I could give him credit, but I forgot who it was. I just remember I saved the YouTube video. It was a gentleman, didn't have a lot of followers, but he did a review of it. It was an honest review. Honestly, like nobody watched the video. I think I was one of 2 people that watched the video because I have a thing that seeks out my brand and tells me like who posted on what, so I can go, you know, make people happy and clean up any messes that, you know, may be out there. And this was one of them. The guy gave a very honest review about how he put this light on his firearm, and he actually had a bump in the night. He had to get up and he turned this on with one push. And then on the second push, when he went to disengage it because he realized he needed to get into another room discreetly, he activated the strobe. And then, which basically almost gave his position away, or did give his position away, I kind of forget, but he's obviously okay because he made a video on it. But then he was able to turn it off. So we need to change this. We need to change it on this and all the Firefly models. So the Firefly models are both a light with a laser built into it, and they all operate the same way. It's one push for always on, it is another push for strobe, and then one push, and then another push for off. What I was thinking about doing was one push for always on, and then a double tap for strobe, and then another push for off. But if you single tap it, and then you single tap it again a couple seconds later, it will just turn it off and it won't activate strobe.
Single click on, single click off.
Correct.
Double tap for strobe.
Double tap for strobe. So that was my thoughts, but I would like to hear your thoughts on this particular item, and I created an email address that you can send those thoughts to if you find a more creative way or you want to see. And again, it's not just for this product, it's anything that is ever light activated that we make in the future. What is your opinion? What do you want to see? How do you want that activated on the light? We're going to go through and make these changes on all of our lights here within the next few months. So I'm going to sell through the ones that I have before we begin production on another one, and then we can start doing that. So the email address is, if you want to put it in there,
Jess, do you want to put it in?
BTV1. So it's
BTV1.
Bravo Tango Victor with a number 1 at Tacticon.com. So BTV1 at Tacticon.com. That's it.
Yeah, awesome. So,
Time
yes.
for fanny pack. Where are we at?
Next is, what is the difference between your Apex Falcon V0.5 and your Falcon 0.5?
Apex Falcon V0.5.
Yep. The micros.
The
Apex
2 micros.
yeah.
Gotcha. So there are 3 things. It is the eye relief, the toolless adjustment, which in my opinion is incredible with the Apex Falcon V0.5, just being able to modify and center your dot on the fly is great. And then there's a bit of a difference in the so there's eye relief, there's a toolless adjustment, and then the mount. So the mount is a bit different between the two, and I prefer the one on the Apex. So subtle distinguishments between the two. The Apex Falcon V0.5 is more of a just truncated version of the Apex Falcon V1. So literally it's the same optic, but it's going to be smaller, and anytime you get smaller with an optic with the same eye relief, you genuinely have to, it costs more. It just costs more to do that, bottom line. So those are the typical differences between those two. I think that cleared it up.
Yeah.
So.
As an FFL, will you manufacture ammo too?
Manufacturing ammo.
I don't think so, right?
Yeah,
No,
so as an
I don't think we're
FFL,
planning on that.
I don't know if we're gonna plan on manufacturing ammunition. I mean, I don't know. Like, never say never, right? Who knows?
Right.
You know, shit hits the fan one day. Maybe we're gonna have to, and we don't have a choice. But yeah, for my thought is manufacturing ammunition it just takes a whole different beast. And usually when people go into manufacturing ammunition, that's because ammo costs are high. But then what happens is you still have to pay the same amount of money for the primer, right? All the costs go up, right? So instead of primer cost, I think at one point went from like a couple cents a piece all the way up to, I mean, it was over 20 cents, almost 30 cents a pice for primer at one point in time. Like, that's back when it was
more than a
crazy.
mortgage, for sure.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And that was just for the primer to make the round. So yeah, and I could have that number wrong, but I know it was at least
It was
like
ridiculous.
5 to 10x of what
Yeah.
primers used to be.
It was
So
absolutely ridiculous.
anyway, it creates, we'd have to create a very safe space to start manufacturing a lot of the ammunition. If we wanted to get into like vertical integration and actually do our own primers and everything, that creates a whole different beast.
Yeah.
So,
Mary Jane, can I put my old places in a new vest? I'm assuming you mean plates, and yeah, you can take your old plates and put them in a new vest. That is a solid one. Question, I'm currently in basic law enforcement training, but I feel like I'm not quite getting physical fitness training in that need. Do you have any tips on operational fitness? Listen to David Goggins and get hard.
get hard.
Yeah, man. Think about like a lot of the stuff that you're going to be doing, right? A lot of it is going to be leg strength, so lots of running, cardio. Cardio is the biggest thing. If you have good cardiovascular fitness, everything else will kind of fall into place.
Yep.
If you can run a long time, do difficult maneuvers, jump over stuff, everything else will kind of fall into place. You don't need to bench press, 300 pounds to be a cop. You need to be able to run. You got to be able to either chase perps or just be able to keep your breath steady.
Yeah, it's carrying the gear. So what
Yeah.
I notice is I weight train a lot. Just to give you just an example from my personal life, I weight train a lot, and I feel like I'm physically fit. But oftentimes what will happen is I get out to the range, and when Nolan and I go out to the range and we train hard. I mean, we're not doing any static shooting. All of our shooting is dynamic shooting. We're building a course throughout this range, and we're going from point to point to point. We're doing bounding movements, and we're just kind of creating a chaotic environment and training as you would fight. We're often running behind each other as one goes in front of the other, right, to just monitor the safety of the other individual.
Communication.
And we're yelling at them and we're shaking them around, and it's like you just kind of want to be in that stressed out environment while you train. So my advice is train as you fight. If you can get it anywhere close to what's going to happen when you actually get out there and train. Just if you got some buddies that are willing to go out there with you, just go out there and yell at each other. It's honestly kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
It is, because I get to sit behind Nolan and be like, thread right, move, you're fucking slow. You're like, oh God, right? And just kind of make it a little like basic, I guess, and
Yeah, and to throw in there just for everyone, obviously safety is paramount. Like that's a basic understanding. Safety is paramount. Be safe. If you've never done stuff like that before, do it dry. Run it dry. It's something I talk about in all of my training videos on the channel, is before you do anything with live ammunition, run it dry. And that means you can run the full course. Let's say you're bounding 50 meters up to another target and you're taking shots while you're moving.
True.
Run it dry fire. It doesn't matter. It's getting that practice and making sure that, hey, I can move and aim at the same time. I'm not going to trip and accidentally ND into the ground.
And going back to that, while weight training, I realized that is not where I was able to get physically where I needed to be, running around with a plate carrier and a rifle and under a stressful environment. The only way that I could get better at that was to do exactly that. And there may be other ways, like put a plate carrier on and run around the block. But for me, putting myself in that situation over and over and over again allows me to get better. Those short bursts of energy that require you from moving from one point of cover to another on a range is ideal. So.
You skipped a question.
Oh.
Thermal scopes?
Thermal scopes. My bad. Didn't mean to skip a question. We're working our way through, my
We
boys.
just got a prototype of a thermal scope, actually, that we are testing out, and we've considered. Let me know in the comments if you know anything about California law and being able to purchase a thermal scope in California, because I've heard mixed things. It's I've heard that you can have thermal optics in California, but you are not allowed to attach a rail. It can't attach to a rifle.
Yeah,
Once it attaches to a rifle,
I know at least for nods and night vision stuff, you cannot put it on a rifle. That's like big no-no.
in California.
In California.
Yeah, so if you're anywhere in a free state, then yeah, you should be fine. And because of that, again, I have to be able to, I'm here to serve California also, but I'm also here to serve the rest of the United States. So the answer is yes. We have prototyped it. It's looking good. And hopefully within the next 12 to 18 months, we can offer thermal. That will definitely be a 2024 thing. It will not be a 2023 thing.
Yeah. Are you going to release any magazine placards for the AK? And helmet covers, ghillie helmet covers, gloves. So we'll address the magazine placard first.
I'm going to go back to the thermal real quick.
Okay, back to the thermal.
Because I just want to give you an idea of, we took our prototype to SHOT Show, and we walked around and compared it to thermals in the industry. Just wanted to see them side by side because I didn't want to have to go out and buy, $5,000, $10,000 thermals just to test them out. So we went around and I was testing other people's thermals out. I can genuinely say, and Manny, who was with me doing the same thing, can genuinely say that I really liked ours better than a lot of even the bigger guys out there, and theirs were going anywhere between. I mean, they range from $5,000 to $12,000. And I know some of them can be had less expensive, but the less expensive ones don't do what ours do, and ours hopefully will come in after. Ours hopefully will come in somewhere around $2,000. So that's kind of the price point, anywhere between $1,800 and $2,400. I don't know exactly where we're going to be able to hit within, but that's my goal at least, right? It's my goal price point. Okay, what's the next one?
Rock on. It was AK mag placards.
AK mag placards. Research at Tacticon.com. Please email us and let us know, and we will put that in to do.
Something to consider for sure.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But wait, real quick. Our mag placard, if you take,
Oh yeah, that's true.
We intend on making placards just for the mag carriers, just with the mag carrier essentially. So instead of a full chest rig, it's just going to have the placard that attaches. We're going to do that for AR and AK. But if you get a chest rig right now, our chest rig, if you take the 5.56 inserts out, you can easily fit AK.
The plastic inserts, yeah.
Yep, take the plastic inserts out.
Yeah, absolutely. Will Tacticon armament plates fit other carriers, or will they? Yeah, 10x12s are going to fit any plate carrier that can fit a 10x12 plate, and same with any of our other plate sizes.
Say that one more time.
Will Tacticon armament plates fit other carriers?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as it
meets dimensions. Yeah.
Yeah, most plate carriers will accommodate 10x12. But if you buy an 11x14 plate from us, there are a limited amount of plate carriers that will accommodate that size.
You got it? Oh, Jess, you're on top of it. I'm still so far up the comment list here. Will we be attending the Lodi Gun Show?
Yes.
Yes,
Sweet.
we will be at Lodi.
We will be there Saturday and Sunday all day.
Saturday and Sunday all day.
Nice. Very nice. Will the newly released IWB holster support an M&P 40C? No. I'm getting a no from Jess. No.
But it doesn't mean we can't make it in the future. Research at Tacticon.com.
I'm
serious
we're
because
very serious about that.
I will put these things in a list, and as we get more requests for these, we will make them.
Any more Gen 3 Glock 19 products coming out?
I would need specifically,
Probably like slides, compensators, stuff like that.
So, yeah, we don't have any intention on making. We don't have any intention on making another slide right now for the Glock 19, unless you guys. The only thing that I was actually thinking about doing was possibly, since we've already done the hard work, which is getting the machining done to get this be able to fit properly and run 1,000 rounds through it and have everything work perfectly. Because we were able to do that and do the hard work, I can make design changes fairly easily. So that would be a really cool collaboration where we can get with you guys if you got a Glock 19 Gen 3 or really any slide, and we can kind of work together to see what you guys like. Where what we'll do is probably create 10 different iterations, and then we can pull you guys and see, which one you like the best. So if you get on that list of like the Glock 19 Gen 3 interest by emailing the research@tacticon.com, what we could do is just put you in that list, and then once we get those iterations done, you guys can vote. We'll pull it.
We'll pull it. Speaking of which, our current poll, we're at 66 to 34.
On Tactical Fanny Pack?
On Tactical Fanny Pack. Do you guys sell a compact first aid kit that can fit on a duty belt that's low profile? That'd be the IFAC V1, my friend.
Yep, absolutely. The IFAC V1. We'll do that.
Yep. Will you be offering holsters that fit your lasers? Working on that. How do you think or foresee the body armor ban in California affecting what you guys are doing from a manufacturing and selling standpoint?
So it's going to get, so as far as manufacturing and selling, it's going to kick up the manufacturing, it's going to kick up the sales, it's going to increase demand. And then it will probably slow down fairly significantly. California is, it's kind of a country of its own, as far as the amount of people that are here. There's a lot of, I think 15 to 20% of our business is done in California. It's not because we're in California, it's just because California is such a big state, so many people in the state, but more so, it is a highly underrepresented state. There are a lot of Republicans in California. There are a lot of liberals in California who enjoy their Second Amendment rights. You know what I mean? And so I'm not getting political on here. I'm just saying unfortunately, those of us who stand behind the Second Amendment are underrepresented in California. And so we get things like this, like the AB 92 body armor ban that is, going through the assembly right now. It's going to be heard on the House. I think February 28th is when it's supposed to be heard. It could get shot down, but if it gets voted in, then that means January 1st of 2024, you will see the ban on body armor. And what that means for you guys, if you don't know about that and you are in California, what that's going to mean is you essentially will get grandfathered in if you already own body armor, but the sale of body armor to civilians will be illegal at that point. And it will be a misdemeanor to do so with a $5,000 fine to the end user, and then obviously a whole bunch of bad stuff happening to the person that actually sells it. And the only way anybody can get body armor in California after that will be if they fit the mold of a certain occupation. So they will have to be a security guard, cop, armed guard, and I think even code enforcement, like just
super sweet.
Yeah, just like
whatever the DoD deems.
The DOJ, yeah, whatever the California DOJ.
Yeah.
So it's super frustrating. I mean, you're talking about it's going on a little rant right here. We're talking about
rant time.
We're talking about passively being able to defend yourself. I mean, this is fucking crazy. Like, who in their right mind would take away somebody's right to passively defend themselves based on the less than handful of times that somebody went out and committed a crime or committed a mass shooting with body armor on? And so using Buffalo as a precedent is really Buffalo, New York. Is a tragic event that happened. Yeah, he was wearing body armor. Yeah, he put, the security guard put one round into his chest and it didn't stop him, so he was able to kill the bodyguard. But I mean, is the entire nation not able to passively defend themselves because one guy did some stupid shit with body armor? I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. And so, I mean, we're doing everything that we can. We're doing everything that we can to get as much body armor as we can out to the people in California. We are poised to be able to produce a pretty obscene amount of armor in very short periods of time because we built our production with the efficiency to allow us to do that. So, if it does go into effect, you better believe then we're going to try to get armor out to every single Californian, and then obviously the business of California would die off after that, if that answers your question. So what it will do is it will increase demand, and it will push everybody's lead times, not just ours. It's probably going to push all of our competitors' lead times out, probably to what we saw closer to like in 2020 when people were running 8, 12, 16-week lead times on armor.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Are you guys going to be making the side plate carriers for the Battle Vest Elite in multicam?
Side plate, yes. Eventually we will do that, 100%. So going back to kind of our values, the reason why we didn't do it initially is because it's very expensive for us to manufacture in large enough quantities to get the price down to what it needs to be to make it affordable and really like stick with the mission statement that we've got. And so if I don't know the pulse of the market, I don't know how many people are going to be ordering multicam. The reason why I don't do it is because I don't want to over manufacture side plate carriers,
right,
essentially, right? And then not be able to sell them, and then have inventory sitting around, and then our costs go up, and then it's not good. It doesn't sit with our core values, and so we have to kind of see if people even want the side plates carriers first, right?
Yeah.
And just release them in a few colors. But the answer is yes. I probably could have just ended there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Do you have any load-bearing harness options for the Battle Belt? No, we currently do not, but research at Tacticon.com if that's something you're interested in. What items do you recommend to put in a bug out bag? What size would you recommend? Well, if from my own personal research, understanding, and kind of study into the matter, if you're not in a city, just try and get with your community. Try and establish community rather than bugging out. I know a lot of you guys are probably maybe living in a city, so that's unfortunate. From my research and understanding, if it comes to a situation where you really do have to bug out, cities might be closed down, major highways are probably going to get shut down, and that's a bad scenario.
The question was what size?
Yeah, what size bag? Yeah, and what do you recommend putting in it?
Gotcha.
So
you want to actually answer the question? I love you.
hey,
I do the same thing.
Do you have side plate carriers for multicam?
I'm just joking. I would say the reason why we initially started with a 40-liter pack, which is our 24 battle pack, is because that was the size that seemed to be able to fit and accommodate everything that I would want to put in the bug out pack. It's a whole different conversation. Like it's a whole almost like YouTube video on like all the things that go in it. But the essentials are going to be obviously personal protection. So you're absolutely going to want to get some ammunition in there. You're going to want to get your IFAK in there, your individual first aid kit in there. Obviously some MREs if you have access to MREs or canned food or anything like that. And then our back allows you to attach a bunch of accessories to the outside. So if you had a sleeping bag or whatever, you can attach it to the Y strap that's located on the outside of the bag. Yes, something to keep you warm, dry, start a fire, plug your holes if,
Medical equipment. Ammo.
Yep, ammo.
Food.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. Be able to feed yourself, keep yourself warm, make holes, plug holes. That's really all you got to look at.
Spare underwear and spare socks.
Heard that.
Yeah. We need more test videos from a certain someone. No. I'm just kidding. Absolutely. Go ahead. I'll say it here. Nolan at Tacticon.com. Go ahead and throw me all your ideas on test videos, guys. Do it. I hardly check that email, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Just drop the
yeah, that's fine.
personal email.
Yep.
Hate mail.
So, yep, throw them there. I'll see what I can get to for you guys. We got a lot of videos in the works, so I'll try and get to as many test videos I can, and the more ideas, the merrier. Will you guys release some kind of PEC or IR lights?
Don't skip that next question, because yes, hold on. We guys release some kind of PEC or IR lights? I would love to, but I want to do it right. I have no date on that. I don't even have prototypes for that yet. However, I genuinely want to get into the thermals, nods, and IR, but it's a sophisticated technology, and it can be done easily and inexpensively in entry level, and maybe we can do that just to get people into entry level. But the issue with entry level IR is oftentimes what you'll find is IR on entry level stuff is going to be, you're going to see the IR light, right? You're going to see it essentially, like let's say this was an IR light and this was set on IR mode, you're going to see a little red light. Well, if the other guy's wearing nods, right? Or if the other guy is not wearing nods, I should say, sorry. If somebody is not wearing nods and you are in pitch black, you can see this from far away, right? And that's just, in my opinion, the difference between a good one and one that's, not so well built. I don't know a lot about them. I know that we obviously use them in the military. We ran them. They were highly effective. You own the night, you pretty much win every time. So if we were to do it, I'd want to do it right.
Yeah.
But the answer is yeah. Yeah, the
Absolutely.
answer is yes. I definitely have an intention to do it. What's the next one? Are you hiring?
Jess already got to it.
Would you say yes?
Yeah. she's better than us,
she's
man.
better than us. Oh, you're just saying you're responding to the ones that she hasn't yet. I got you.
Yeah,
Cool,
I'm trying to. Will you ever make a small mag pouch with plastic inserts similar to the MDOM Universal Rifle Mag Pouch Gen 2? Research at Tacticon.com.
Will you ever make a small mag pouch with plastic inserts? Okay. Smaller mag pouch with, I'm assuming you're talking about pistol mag pouch, and yes, we would we are actually working on
New iterations.
new iterations of and this is another thing that I really wanted help on, right? So it's not so much that we need the help. Maybe we do. I mean, you would know, right? If you have the products and you don't like them. But it's more of, we want to involve you in the next iteration of mag pouches. So this is definitely something that's on the very near horizon for us to do. And I want to hold like think tanks and forums and build a product with you and send you over, send you guys out samples, have you use them, tell us what we can modify, and then have kind of a user-generated product. That would be ideal. I mean, like I said, the only reason we're here is because of you guys. So
Absolutely.
Might as well pay it forward and give you stuff that you genuinely want, that you've got a voice in.
Yeah. What are your opinions regarding the new pistol brace rule of the ATF? It sucks.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Stupid. It's
Gonna have to use a broomstick now or something.
yeah.
My opinion is there will be a way around that
There's
in like the next 30 days, and I think there already is a way.
There's always a loophole.
There's always a loophole,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, the fact that it even has to be a pistol, because we're not allowed to have, SBRs, without getting special, what was it, SOT? Is that what it is? The SOT?
SOT.
Dangerous Weapons Permit.
Oh yeah. I think.
Anyway, it's ridiculous, and it was something that it got thrown into that Firearms Act back in an interesting little backstory. Watch the viewership just completely drop off right now. But about pistols and SBRs. So the SBR got thrown in, I think, with like the sawed-off shotguns and fully autos and silencers and suppressors back in, I want to say it was the 30s or 40s, when cops were having a really hard time dealing with the gangsters that were coming at them with higher firepower than they were. So they created the NFA. And the NFA, they threw in all the dangerous weapons in there. And as a matter of fact, the fun little FFOTD for you, a little fun fact of the day, they threw in pistols in there. I mean, that was a concession that obviously the other party did not want to make, and so they were able to get the pistols out of there. But at the time, nobody really gave a shit about suppressors. Nobody really cared about, sawed-off shotguns or whatever it was.
They weren't in common use at the time.
They weren't a common use at the time, so they decided that, if it's a shotgun that has less of a barrel, it wasn't defined as a shotgun, it was a long gun, I think is what it was defined.
Probably
a long
like
gun
that.
that has a barrel that's shorter than whatever it constitutes as a short barrel rifle, and all of a sudden it's deemed as a dangerous weapon. But what's even more interesting than that is a short barrel rifle is less dangerous. They say that it's more dangerous because it falls under the dangerous weapon category, but a short barrel rifle is actually less dangerous than a long barreled rifle. You know why? Because you have a round that's coming out at a higher velocity out of a longer barrel. And what does higher velocity rounds do? They penetrate armor. So
I vote to ban.
so let's ban long barrel rifles, right?
That's
20 inches
that's a
and
joke,
up.
by the way.
Yeah,
guys.
no,
That's a joke.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they were being, again, none of this shit is reasonable. But if there was any pragmatism put into the laws that we have, it would be ban the long barrel rifles, because those are the more dangerous ones. Those are sending things out at a higher velocity. I can still clear rooms with a 16-inch barrel. I think they're worried about it being
Concealable.
Concealable.
Yeah.
Concealable.
Yeah. It's silly. Anyways, let's bang
You
some
know
of
how
these
hard it is
out
to
fast.
conceal a fucking AR pistol? I mean, I guess if you have a big coat on and a law folder,
Let me tell you.
maybe it's easy for you. I don't know. I haven't tried to do it, so
Yeah. No, that's because.
I don't think it even matters. What is the fucking danger about concealment?
Well, it's because really the people that are concealing a weapon to do bad with it are criminals, and they don't follow the law anyway. So
I suppose. Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I talk about this shit for hours.
Yeah. Let's
my-
let's bang some of these
Gets my
out
blood
fast,
boils.
so we can try and catch up here.
Grates my cheese.
Right.
Okay.
When is the dangler drop coming? Got to keep accessorizing the elite plate carrier.
Ooh, the dangler? That little fella right there?
Little doodad.
Mm-hmm. That little fella. That little guy? Mom?
Say,
Meatloaf?
Mom.
Meatloaf! I never know what she's doing. What is she even doing over there?
She's taking care of the comments that we aren't even caught up to.
It's a scene from a movie.
What's the question?
The question
Dangler.
is, Dangler, drop pouches. That drop pouch. Are we ready to launch that? We got them.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
End of next week.
End of next
Yes,
week.
we can.
Can we build it?
Meatloaf's ready.
Meatloaf's ready. End of next week. Any plans on manufacturing an AR-15 lower?
Heard that, girl. Wish I didn't, but I did.
You did.
I feel like as time goes on, there's going to be more of that.
People are asking when no one's coming out of the shell, so.
When's he coming out of his shell?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a turtle.
Yeah. When I'm around, he's very submissive when I'm around.
I'm scared, guys.
He's a
Send help.
He's like a beat child.
Any plans on manufacturing an AR-15 low receiver?
Yeah,
Sick.
absolutely. Breakout Manufacturing is our FFL, and 100%, yes. As soon as we get
More slides? More pistol slides?
more slides, we need more we need more cowbell. Yes, more slides.
More slides?
I think the next iteration of slide that we're going to do is going to be for a Glock 43 with an RMR cut. Not an RMR cut. I am sorry. Yes, RMR C. Is that what it is? The C?
Itty bitty boy?
Little baby Trijicon cut. The footprint.
RMSC.
RMSC.
That's from Shield Arms.
No, we are not doing Shield.
No,
Fuck
not,
that.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Fair enough. Okay.
No, they were one of the little fucking, I'm going to make a proprietary mount.
Proprietary.
Nobody wants that shit. Just go with Trijicon because they've kind of standardized the industry.
Is it
They
the
were first one
Trijicon
policy.
or the Holosun mount?
No. The footprint is
okay.
the footprint is the 507K.
Right.
Anyway, what I'm getting at is yes,
Yes.
Glock 43 is going to be the next iteration of a slide, and we are going to do it with the smaller 507K Holosun footprint or the Trijicon RMR C footprint, I think is what it is.
Yeah. Just ordered the LPVO and the Predator V2 at the 45. Where do you guys suggest to mount it up on the rail? Mount the LPVO where your eye relief is good, where you have a natural hold, and then really anywhere that's secure, place that red dot. Wherever it'll fit and wherever it's going to be secure. Preferably not on the front of the rail because that can kind of shift sometimes. With most good rifles, it's going to stay fine, but wherever you can find space for it and charge your rifle reliably. Fiber optic iron sights.
Ooh. Yes, we had prototypes of those. And now we don't. It's a long story. So hopefully soon. Hopefully soon, yeah.
Since we are manufacturing Glock sides, will triggers be coming down the pipeline?
I would say that one of the first products that we are going to do outside of the slides with our FFL, right? Because here's how the whole product thing works between the two. This way you guys will know how these two things are distinguished. If it's breakout manufacturing, our FFL, the fundamental component of that is all products that fall under that umbrella are going to be a firearm part or a firearm, right? So if it's intrinsically functional to the firearm, whether it be a trigger, a slide, a barrel, if you can't shoot that gun without it, like you can shoot a gun without an optic, so it's a Tacticon product. You can't shoot a gun without a trigger, so that's a breakout manufacturing product. The answer is yes. Triggers will probably be one of the first things that we do outside of slides.
Nice.
And if you have any input on how you like your triggers, let us know at research@tacticon.com.
Plug that email again. Any sort of plan to make any sort of knives?
I've had a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of requests to make knives. We have the capability to make knives. I just have never made knives. So if you got any input, let me know. I know not a lot about them. The thing about knives is I would want to manufacture those right here. And if I were to do that, the price would be a lot more. And I would want to be able to serve our customer the best we could. So if that ate up a lot of our kind of capacity, our production capacity to make knives and not allow us to effectively produce body armor, then that would be a reason why I didn't do it. So if it makes sense, then I would. So as long as it didn't take away from, kind of the core opportunity for people to be able to protect themselves. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Will you add the Walther PDP to your holster lineup?
We have. Oh, we don't have the. Yeah, we have the. Yeah, we have the other Walther. We have a universal holster. It's really good. It's very comfortable. If we have enough requests for it, then yes, absolutely. Yeah, if we have enough requests for the Walther PDB, then we will.
Any kydex coming out for canic pistols? Same answer.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
answer. Yeah, pretty much any of the, if we make holsters for a particular firearm, it's got to be on the request line. So you know what? Just a thought. What we could do is I could put a form on the holster page. It's just me thinking out loud. Maybe this should wait. Maybe this should wait until after. I think what I can honestly do is I can start putting a form on the holster page potentially, and if people don't see their model in there, they can enter it, and then we could use that as a database to be able to refer to when we are creating our next holster. And whichever one gets the most requests, we will do. I think that would be ideal.
Drop leg kydex holster.
Drop leg kydex holster. Yes. So we have.
A universal?
We have a So we have a drop. We are in production on still in prototyping, and it's basically we're in development and prototyping of a injection molded drop holster right now, and it's good. It really is. It's good, and it is universal, and you just have to tighten up a few things depending on the firearm that you have, and it holds it in. It's a level 2 retention, meaning the level 2 retention. I wonder if that's going to be out before our kydex OWB. So we're doing 2 OWBs. One's going to be universal injection molded, and the other one is going to be our formed kydex. Both of those should be out at some point in time this year. The injection molded one is great. I mean, I could fit everything from a Glock 43 all the way up to a full-size 1911. What is that, P320 Combat? That fits in there. I mean, everything. I mean, really, there was not a firearm too large for that holster or too small, really. So it's pretty ideal. It's a level 2 retention, too. So you press a button, pull the firearm out.
That's looking like summer.
Summer?
Summer.
Summer it is.
When I met you in the summer.
Stop that.
Okay. Are you making any micro red dots in the future? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, the micro red dot. We are going to try to align the production of, like I said before, we were trying to make the Glock 43 slide. I'd like to make a Glock 43 slide with that smaller pistol optic cut. And with that, we're going to try to launch those simultaneously. So we will be in production of the smaller pistol optic with the Glock 43 slide. That is next on the agenda for the slides.
Are you ever going to support SR25 AR-10 platforms with things like magazine pouches, maybe a chest rig that will allow us to choose the mag types carried? Sorry I skipped your question.
I got skipped.
Will you forgive me?
Don't forgive him. He's an asshole.
Don't. I don't deserve it.
AR-10 platforms, yeah, with things like magazine pouches.
Perhaps.
Chest rig will allow us to choose the mag types carried. So, yeah, what I would love to do is create a series of placards for all different magazine sizes that accommodate what. Okay, so I'm going to answer it like this. What I try to do, and the reason why you see so many universal items with Tacticon is because it's a lot more cost effective for us to produce in larger volume and not have so many like individual SKUs like for every single magazine. And that's why when I initially started, our holsters were all universal. It was just easy for me to make a ton of them and sell them for like, $15 because I wanted everybody to have access to that. So as we evolve, there's nothing saying that we can't do it. I would like to make a placard that had, it would accommodate AR-AK, and then maybe another placard for that question that you had before, SR25, AR-10, right? So the answer is yes. We are going to get in the placard game and to be able to accommodate. It may not be specific just to an AR-10, but it will very comfortably accommodate your AR-10 mag. I just don't know if I have any intentions of making one specific for that mag. it would have to make sense with our cost so that we can pass that down to the consumer.
That's right. Ryan, CZ75 holsters, finger crossed. Me too, buddy.
Oh, yes. No, yes. Yes. And the answer is anything CZ I plan to do, because after messing around with your CZ, that is probably that is the last gun I'm going to own.
Yeah.
I'm coming to say hello. I've been requested.
Been requested. That's because Jess is better than us.
This is not OnlyFans. Save it for your webcam. Sorry, go ahead.
That's it.
Yeah, this is Jess. She's great. She keeps us in line.
I do. I try. It's difficult.
No.
Too.
Yeah, no, we're hooligans.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching and commenting and asking all the questions.
I was like, why don't I see you on there? We're on a delay.
We're on a delay. Yeah. Great idea. Holster the PSA dagger. Maybe 5.7 rock buyers. Yep, Universal should fit those. Is Nolan going to be let out of shell? No.
I told you.
Yeah. When will the Predator V4 in tan be available?
In tan, not bronze, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming he doesn't mean the bronze.
He means the bronze.
He means the bronze. Oh, you already did it? You already?
No, I
Oh.
just know.
Yeah.
I just know.
Are we fully out of stock in the bronze?
I don't actually have the answer to that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I should know if we were out of stock in the bronze.
We're getting close.
Yeah, we are. If we don't have bronze, is it on another platform?
We'll back to that in 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's circle back to that.
We'll come back,
We'll
to,
get
that.
back to that.
She'll keep us on it.
Okay.
When will Glock and flashlight holsters be available? Soon. Joe's got to get back from his honeymoon, guys.
Joe's going to honeymoon, and then we're going to start working on the flashlight holsters. We promise. Light bearing holsters, indeed.
They're on their way.
What's the next one?
Covered that question.
Okay. How about this? How about a 1:8 LPVO? How about it?
How about
Yes.
it?
I've got a prototype made.
testing.
I've got a prototype made. We are testing it. We're actually going to do a video running it, hopefully in the next couple of weeks at the range, whenever it stops raining over here. And yes, absolutely 1:8 LPVO. Oh, that being said, LPVO. If we were to make a 1:8, get a pull going.
Pull. Okay, I got to end this one.
Okay.
Well, we have to make a tactical fanny pack now. Just letting you know.
Apparently, we have to make a tactical fanny
All right.
pack because that pull came in. They can see that too. Can they see the numbers?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's okay. Yeah, the tactical fanny pack was overwhelming. Like, yes, make
It was like
80.
69% nice.
Nice.
What are we pulling?
We are pulling. Would you want a 1:8 LPVO in first focal plane or second focal plane? And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain it to you real quick. First focal plane means as you adjust the magnification on your low power variable optic from 1 to 8, all of your reticles, your stadia lines, they all remain the same. So your holdovers all remain the same. So if you're holding over, you don't have to do any math. You can hold over at 2x. It'll be the same as holding over at 4x for your windage and your elevation holdovers. And you're not only with second focal plane, it's different. So second focal plane, your reticle stays the same size, right? So your magnification becomes higher, but the reticle remains the same. That being said, all of your holdovers are only technically accurate without doing math at the highest power. So if you're at 8 power. So I don't know if I explained that okay, but basically, do you want your reticle to change sizes with a 1:8, or do you want it to stay the same? With the 1:8, second focal plane is definitely more cost effective to do. First focal plane is a little pricier, and the issue with first focal planes as well is if you are not interested in doing the holdover game and you're not doing your windage and your elevation holdovers on a regular basis, what happens is you get a very small dot when it's at 1x, and then it gets very, very large when you get to 8x, which is great when you're shooting at distance. But sometimes when you're using it as a 1x optic, it could be kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It could also, and that it's also the disadvantage of the second focal plane, is you can often take up too much real estate at the lower magnification. So anyway, long-winded answer, but let us know.
Just wanted to let you guys know, again, hey, thank you so much. We're trying to get to all your questions. We appreciate everyone in here. You guys are doing awesome. When I release that poll, it may have accidentally gotten rid of some of your guys' comments and questions. So I just wanted to say, if I accidentally skip your question, it's not intentional. I'm sorry.
Shit.
But
Yeah, you can ask it again.
yeah, you can ask it again. We love you guys. AR-15 rail or complete upper. Or actually, sorry, I'd like to see an EDC belt, 1.5 inch from you guys. Research at Tacticon.com.
Yeah, EDC belt, absolutely. I think that's a great idea.
Wait, you guys,
yeah.
you guys aren't EDCing the inner belt of the Battle Bell V2?
The Battle Belt V2.
I do. It works
man.
great.
Could be EDC belt.
Yeah.
EDC belt's a great idea.
Cool.
100%. I think that is definitely something that we could bring to the lineup. I got to start taking notes.
Yeah,
I
just
got 'em.
Yeah.
you got. Oh, you got
Of
notes.
course.
She's better than us.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
She is better. She is better than us.
We have bronze PV4s.
We have them.
And we,
Yeah, in stock.
to answer your question, we do have bronze PD4s, PV4s, Predator V4s, which is this optic in bronze. If your question was, are you going to release a tan version of it? No.
Black and bronze,
Black and bronze.
all the way. AR-15 rail or complete upper.
Like, are we going to make one?
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Absolutely.
Yep.
100%. Yeah, so our first iteration, I think our first firearm that we're looking to actually fully manufacture is, what I would like to do is manufacture an AR-15, like an actual AR-15 platform, size, shape, the whole nine, and figure out a way to get that chambered in 6.5, right? So a 6.5 chambered AR is one thing that we're looking to do. If you think that's a dumb idea, let me know in the comments or at research, Tacticon.com. But I think it would be cool to have an AR with a smaller platform, a little more wieldy, that would allow you to reach out and touch things further than the the typical 300 to 500 meters that an AR, typical AR 5.56
Yeah.
AR gets out to. So
Love a pressure button for a pistol light. Noted. Research at Tacticon.com.
pressure button for
Pistol light. Pressure button. Yeah.
We have a pressure.
10 times fast.
Oh, just strictly pressure, like not actually on and off like this one is.
So like just a
Just a pressure.
pressure.
we do that.
Interesting. Okay. Will your Apex Predator red dots be made with 7075 instead of 6061, and will it have a battery drawer instead of a bottom compartment? Not sure what he means by bottom compartment. But
Battery drawer. We'll have a battery drawer instead of a bottom compartment. Oh, I see what he's asking. Okay, so I believe he's talking about the bottom compartment.
Oh,
is
right, underneath.
Like when you're talking about the pistol optic. So he's
Yeah.
probably referring to the pistol optic. Right now, you do have to mount the battery underneath. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it does create a really slim profile. I don't know how close they can actually see this in the video, but this is a very, very slim, low pro optic, and the reason why we were able to do that is because we didn't have a side loading tray in there. My intention for the Apex line is yes. If we were to create an Apex Predator V4, a variant of this, it would have a couple things. It would allow a side loading tray. It would also have red or green reticles, being able to switch between red or green depending on what your eye picks up more effectively, and potentially solar. So, just some thoughts.
rock on.
Oh, and 7075. I've noticed that it's my experience that there's no need to use 7075 if structurally and geometrically the optic is built a certain way, right? So obviously there are certain shapes that would require a stronger metal, but we haven't had any issues with 6061. It allows us to keep the cost down and serve the customer better. So I plan on sticking with that. If I find that it's just not working out and we need to switch to 7075, it's an easy fix. It's an easy change, but the prices will go up.
Favorite MRE to choke down?
Oh, jambalaya and the enchiladas. Nice. That's a good question. So there's we had, I don't know if they're still making the jambalaya or the enchiladas, but the jambalaya was fantastic. The enchiladas were fantastic. And then they had these, the jalapeno cheddar cheese with those little fluffy bread things that come in the MREs. Those were pretty good too. So I would always, trade for the jalapeno cheddar, or give over the pants handies or something just to get what I needed to get there.
$20 is $20. Dude.
$20 is $20,
Jambalaya is
dude.
jambalaya.
Jambalaya is jambalaya, dude. You got to do what you got to do out there. Yeah. And then we had also another little FFOTD was we made a tactical shitter, so oftentimes what would happen is, especially after these enchiladas and jambalaya MREs, in order to take like a sophisticated shit when you're out in Afghanistan, we took a folding chair, like a little metal folding chair, and we cut out this is great for probably camping too, like I guess. But we cut a hole out in the metal folding chair.
One of the little small ones?
Yeah, just a regular folding chair, like,
okay.
like the WWE. Like,
yeah. Oh,
smack
nice,
with a folding
nice.
chair.
Yeah.
And then I don't know where my fucking mind goes, but
Explains a lot.
WWE, like oh, you mean the folding chair, just like the ones you get at Home Depot? But the folding chair was metal. We cut a hole in it, and then we glue a toilet seat to it, and then you could boom take a dump right in the dirt.
Nice.
Badass. You just
Great.
we'd have like a perimeter Humvee set up, and you just bring it outside the perimeter, just a touch, just enough to where, just enough to get away, like to get, away from the smell enough, but also close enough to where you're away from the danger at the same time, because no one wants to get shot in the face while they're taking a shit.
Caught with your pants down, some say.
Caught with your pants down. Literally.
Bipods? Question mark. Bipods?
Yeah, you know what? So, bipod, I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I would love to make a bipod, but my God, it has to be built like a tank, because if you're using a bipod properly, that means like you're executing the bipod on your rifle, you're essentially deploying it, and then you're hitting prone, and you're doing it fast, and you're doing it with a lot of energy. So anytime, if you guys have, a lot of you guys, especially guys that have served in the military, like when you're running and you get into the prone, you're doing it very quickly. You're doing it with a lot of force. And so if you dump that bipod and you hit the ground and those legs break off, then you no longer have a bipod. So you really have to build those things like a tank. And because I can't compete with brands like Atlas right now, because I'm not in the bipod game yet, and I don't know how to make a really, really good one, I haven't made it. But it's on the menu. It's definitely something that I wanted to look into, because a really good bipod, it's hard to get those for less than, it's a couple hundred bucks. It's been a while since
I'm not even in the bipod game, so I don't know.
It's been a while since I've looked at the price of those, but it's hard to get a really good one at lower pricing. Yeah.
So, do you plan on offering a 193 mount for passive shooting?
Yes, God, I feel like I literally, and this is nothing, it's nothing on you guys. I feel like I'm a broken record, because I keep saying that. I should be like, yes, and it'll be out next month. But what I keep saying is, yeah, we've got a prototype of it. We like to do a lot of R&D here. And so I literally have, I'm so tempted to go get up and get it.
Don't do it.
Don't
do it. Nope.
Okay.
Let the itch fester.
Okay, so we have machined a prototype of the 193 mount with a rear sight that's built underneath it, so that it'll accommodate an A2 sight up front, or just a higher sight up front, if you will. So yeah, plans are for the 193 mount, but our Apex lineup, several of them come with a 1.5 inch mount, which is still plenty high. So you can keep that head up while you're shooting.
Yeah, we like I said, 2023 is a very, very big year.
Yeah.
Very big. We didn't skip you, Chris. Yeah, we plan on making a thermal scope.
Oh, maybe we.
No, that was.
Was that?
Was that an older question?
Oh.
Or
That's what I.
You see how far behind we are, guys?
We are so far
You guys
behind.
are the best.
People are asking a lot of the same questions again.
Right. Hey.
All right.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. Thanks,
Tacticon
Jessica.
glasses.
Hey, thanks, Jessica.
Tacticon glasses. Would you guys wear Tacticon glasses?
I would, dude.
Okay, what's our other poll at right now? FFP?
FFP is winning with 71%.
Damn, first focal plane. Thank you for the poll.
Yeah,
Looks
we
like
appreciate
that's
it, guys.
probably the route that we're going to need to take is first focal plane. Based on how many votes? If there's 4 votes.
It's 100.
3 of them said. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
That was a lot of
104.
votes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a significant amount. All right, 1 to 8 LPVO, first focal plane it is. When we make it, we will formally introduce it in a first focal plane, and then maybe make a second focal plane iteration thereafter, but we'll start with the first focal plane based on your feedback, for sure. What was the other one?
One guy told me to wear all your plates, etc.
Oh, the other question was Tacticon glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody said, would you make Tacticon glasses like shooting glasses? I think that's what you're talking about. We could. Yeah. I don't know if you guys would wear. I like it. It's a good idea. Would you guys wear Tacticon glasses? Yes or no?
Will the Predator V2 with the 45-degree mount fit on the pick rail between the mounts of the Falcon V3? I'm not sure. I'll check it though. I'll test it. I'll test it and find out.
Yeah, send that question to research@tacticon.com so that we can get back to you on that so we don't forget.
Maybe I'll post up just a quick like Instagram story real quick or something like that.
Yep. As far as the glasses thing goes, if there's a specific type of, like shooting glasses that you guys are looking for, or some type that you've seen out there that is kind of out of reach that you want us to be able to make and keep the price low for you, then send us some examples of that at research@tacticon.com, and then we can take a look at those and possibly start manufacturing those. That would be something that would be really cool to get into. So, 100%.
Do you have any plans for manufacturing slides for any other firearms like the M&P 2.0?
Absolutely. Yes. We
did? Oh, you did?
I asked. Yep.
Oh, you answered. Yep.
Oh, right.
Probably be a holster system with it then.
Well, did I skip it?
I don't know.
Skip what were you looking at? Camp backpack 2.
You got a question, Jess?
Shoulder armor and carriers.
Okay, so shoulder armor and carriers. So if we made shoulder armor in carriers, I think what we would end up doing is starting probably with like local PD. Some of the SWAT requires that armor. We do have the capability of manufacturing that armor here and kind of making these one-off, like smaller runs for some of these police departments. I know our COO, Danny, was down there talking to LAPD SWAT about something similar to that and how whatever they had on was interfering with their ability to shoulder rifles. So if we do end up making it for them and we find a good, I just haven't had a lot of requests from just the consumer element to be able to make them. It would be a lot of upfront cost, and then I probably wouldn't be able to recover that. So the goal would be get it to the guys who probably have the deeper pockets, and then what I can do is economies of scale. It'll end up on your front door at a hell of a lot less. So
yeah, I have the Battle Pack Elite and wondering which backpack armor you would recommend for it. That's a good question.
That is a good question. So we have backpack armor, right? We have the 3A pistol rated armor and the SRT, basically the level 3 stuff, rifle rated stuff. So that is just dependent on you and your budget, really. There's such a nominal difference in the weight, especially when you're carrying it on your back, that I would always say get the rifle rated armor. Like, why carry around armor? I personally just wouldn't ever wear pistol armor personally. The only reason is because if you're going to walk around with armor on, unless it was soft armor and you had a need to conceal it and it was the only way around it, I totally understand that. But if you're going to be wearing armor for a situation, you might as well wear it for some of the higher threats out there, just in case. It'd be a shame to be, engaging whatever you're engaging in with body armor and have it not rated for whatever threat was coming at you. So the answer to that question is, if you can, save up and get the rifle rated armor and put the rifle rated armor in the backpack for sure. So.
Do you plan on making a spar scope so you wouldn't have to walk down and check your zero on the LPVOs?
See, your laziness already getting into ask questions.
There it is.
Spotting scope. Yeah, so we had, funny story.
Prototype.
Prototype, the P word's coming out. So we did have a prototype for a spotting scope, and we had it out at the range. And so at the range we go to, that we essentially lease a certain amount of space from on a certain amount of days a month, we keep a Connex out there because we're out there so often. And that Connex got broken into one night, and they stole a bunch of stuff. And the spotting scope that we had out there that we were using and testing out there before we could go into production on it, that was in the Connex. It was one of the things that were stolen, and they stole that and all kinds of things. But they didn't steal. We had some armor out there that was sitting in there, and that hurt my feelings a little bit because
Right? Didn't they leave a bunch of our stuff?
they left a bunch of
firearm equipment stuff.
Yeah, they literally left. Yeah, they took like DeWalt drills and things like that, and they left our armor. I think there was some other brands of some other things that we had out there, and they took the other brands, but they left it.
Well, I was talking to Dale about it.
I'm like, they don't even want free Tacticon gear.
I was talking to Dale about it, and he was like, well, if they got pulled over with any of our stuff, It'd be way worse.
That's true.
Instead of just like stealing misdemeanor or whatever.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, you know,
Felony.
if you leave stealing DeWalt drills, I suppose, and you already have a record,
Get a little slap on the
wrist. But you know, if you're carrying body armor,
Don't steal DeWalt drills.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you do, don't steal the body armor that's sitting next to it.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot less.
Why only 1 year warranty on the Battle Pack Elite instead of lifetime? Just
That
curious.
is a great question. Oh, on the Battle Pack Elite?
Yes, but it's on all the backpacks.
Oh,
Zippers.
interesting.
News to you.
I should. I thought we were running. I thought we had a lifetime warranty on the Battle Pack Elite. We act as a democracy here at Tacticon. I do not make all the decisions, believe it or not. Everything is not coming directly from me, and even if it does come from directly from me, we've got a lot of brains here at the operation that will often veto the things that I'm doing.
Veto.
And so, yeah, as much as I wanted, it stems from the reason why we gave a lifetime warranty to the 24 Battle Pack, the original backpack. I wanted to give a lifetime warranty for it, but what I realized was people were using that backpack, every day. Every day, no matter what they were doing some crazy stuff with it, and we were getting warranty claims on like traditional wear and tear stuff a couple of years later. And I just wanted to be able to better serve the customer. And so I realized that, telling people no, that's wear and tear. That's not a warranty claim. He was like, yeah, man, I accidentally dropped it out of my truck and then, dragged it on the ground for a little bit.
He was at the construction site and got run over by the Makita.
So I think it was this one instance that actually made me do it. It got hooked on
nails or something.
It got hooked onto the tailgate of his truck or something, and he drove away, and it got dragged down the road a little bit, and put some holes in it. And we're like, I want to be able to replace these things for everybody, but the problem is we take such low margins that it's very difficult for me just to replace all the wear and tear stuff, right? So we're like, okay, people are using this so much that it is actually creating normal wear and tear, and so for that we say 1 year warranty on the backpacks, and that is really the only product that we have that has the 1 year warranty on them, anything but a lifetime warranty, with the exception of obviously our armor, because armor has our polyethylene armor, as per the NIJ, you have to give a warranty term on that. So a lot of our polyethylene armor has a 6 year term.
Yes, Chad, our inventory manager, just confirmed anything with a zipper,
1 year warranty.
1 year warranty.
Anything with a zipper, 1 year warranty. No.
Rifle bags have a lifetime warranty.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for more as we decide.
Oh, can't edit this.
Yeah.
Fucking live. It's great.
Well, he said
We're gonna have.
Any plans to make
I will honor the lifetime warranty on your rifle bag. Don't listen to these guys.
any plans to make either rifle and or pistol mags?
Still thinking about the lifetime warranty. Say that again.
Any plans to make either rifle and or pistol mags? Maybe.
Maybe. If I can, if there was a good reason for it, right? If they just started genuinely, if good mags were getting priced, if people were getting priced out of good magazines, yes. Yeah, I think magazines are fairly cheap and done in abundance. Most of them are fairly inexpensive right now, even some of the good ones, and because of that, I don't know. But if they started becoming to a point where people couldn't afford them, then yeah, absolutely we would do that.
Just wondering if you guys take shirt ideas. Yeah, dude. Research at Tacticon.com.
Just ask me to take my shirt off?
Yeah, I think that's what he said. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're not ready.
Sure. Wondering if you guys have shirt.
If you take shirt ideas.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes. If you want, please give us shirt ideas. Anything you want printed on a shirt, send it to research at Tacticon.com. Subject line. And by the way, if you are sending anything to that email address, please send it with a subject line of the product that you're talking about. It makes it way easier for me to organize it. So, yes, shirt ideas. Subject line.
Nice.
Shirt ideas.
Will your new IWB holsters, will you mold them for a 1911-45? Working on it. Joe is honeymooning. Make more videos on your optics.
Was the Battle Vest light plate carrier inspired by the Cry JPC? Indeed, Indeed, most of our products were inspired by something. So we always started with kind of a base model of something that was working and made our own out of it, and just tried to make it as efficient as possible so that we could bring the cost down. So yes, absolutely. There are products that are already working out there. There are products that are absolutely groundbreaking in our industry. And so we take those as a kind of foundation and spin those off into our own creation. And then what we will do is give them to you at an affordable price, because those Cry JBCs, I think last time we checked, were $300.
$300, yeah.
Something like that. So, I mean, that is a jumpable plate carrier. That is what JPC stands for, I believe. And unless you guys are jumping out of planes.
I still haven't yet.
I haven't, I mean, since I've obviously
Been out of the military.
So unless you're jumping out of planes, unless you're jumping off of, I don't know, maybe high roofs.
High roofs.
Maybe you would need that, but other than that, you don't need it to be jumpable. So
Also, give Jessica a raise. She knows her stuff. We've got a prototype in the works.
we got a prototype.
Into the year.
Q4, maybe January 2024.
Yeah, so clearly her friends hopped on here, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, like tell Jake,
Tell Jake, give me a raise.
Yeah, we know you're pid.
Firefly V4 does not fit a Springfield Hellcat. Good to know. Good to know. We'll take a look at that.
Interesting. Oh, that is because the Hellcat has a, say the P word,
Proprietary.
proprietary reel. So this is what I hate about proprietary shit, is it disables everybody else to be able to buy stuff and then use it on all the platforms. That's why Magpul has my heart, because they created M-Lock and they let everybody use it. All you have to do, like if I was to create an M-Lock rail, is just, hey, let them know we're gonna be making an M-Lock rail, and then you have to machine
logo.
a little M-Lock in there, and you got to get on their list or whatever. But yes, I mean, I love non-proprietary stuff, and unfortunately the Hellcat has a proprietary rail, if I'm not mistaken, which makes it very difficult for guys like us to produce a whole light based around one type of rail system if the demand is not there. So for other brands that could charge more money, they're able to do it.
Yeah.
Next question.
Daryl Guyon, California's full of idiots. Yeah, you're looking at the two biggest ones.
We are the biggest two idiots.
It's
in
also
California.
not very nice. I want you to reconsider your words.
I'm gonna pull
Meathead.
I'm gonna pull my stress card.
Red card. Are you ever going to do a radio pouch?
We have mag pouches that double as radio pouches. Fun fact.
Fun fact. FFOTD.
Yes, the answer is yes. Yeah, again, that'll be more of a, if we start getting requests from the police departments that we're affiliated with that are requesting that, and we're able to build that at scale, then we can spin that off and offer that at a really good price for the consumer. But we haven't had a huge demand for those, and so it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to be right back. Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to do that right now. So.
Chad and I would like to retract our statement on zippers.
Okay, so yeah, so they have. Okay, so
We have done further research.
Jess and Chad have retracted their statement on zippers. So when we were just a second ago, we were talking about lifetime warranty, and I was like, yeah, it's just the backpack, the 24 battle pack, that has the 1-year warranty, and I gave the reason why, and they said no, anything with a zipper.
You are correct.
Am I right?
You are correct.
Thank you.
It's the only time I will say that.
Nice. Say it louder so everybody can hear. I am correct.
You're right. It's on record now.
I know, right? This is awesome. Okay, so yeah, so yes, absolutely. Lifetime warranty on everything, just not the 24 battle pack. Let's see if we can get a...
Let's see.
Why not manufacture armor outside of California? That is hands down my favorite question. Because I get asked that all the time, and I have a very, very firm answer on that. Why I don't manufacture body armor outside of California is because a lot of people say, why don't you move your business outside of California? Why are you owning a firearm-related company inside California? But my response to that is because last time I checked, the California is still part of the United States. This is where all of my family lives. I have family that will not move out of the state. I want to be able to protect our Second Amendment within this state. And honestly, if California wants to take our Second Amendment away, fuck them. I'm going to stay right here, and I will continue to produce firearms and firearm-related equipment and body armor right here where they don't want me to. The more of us that move out of this state, the more they're going to get what they want. And the more people who are underrepresented already are going to be grossly underrepresented, right? Because then, guys like me move out of the state who vote a certain way, and we lose, we lose that representation in the state. And, my family's here, and my family doesn't want to move. That is another fundamental reason.
Fight or flight?
It's strictly out of principle, right? Strictly out of principle that I will not do that. So I had the why don't you manufacture body armor outside of California? That was the last one.
Okay. I got to catch up. I had to go cry because of that last comment.
Why did you cry?
Yeah, well, I just had to go let the tears out,
Shoulder armor, throat armor.
Camera.
What's that? Do you have any questions over there, Jess?
Looking through,
shoulder armor, throat protection.
helmets.
Live plate testing.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
That looked good.
yeah, that's good. That's a really good idea.
We all perk up. Oh,
Yeah, that's a badass idea. Okay, so we have, I don't know if everybody on the feed knows this, but we do have the capability to test all of our armor right here. Basically a modified, replicated NIJ lab, I guess you could say, to allow us to test the armor. So yes, we could probably do live armor testing. Absolutely. That would be something that'd be a lot of fun to do. It would show you guys how we test our armor, how we take all of our lot numbers and make sure that, because if we get a lot number, if we get a small batch of a product that has been consistently produced within that lot, you can guarantee that the threats that we're stopping in that demonstration are going to stop the rounds, are going to be able to stop the threat in the production run as well, right? Because those demo plates all come out of the same lot. And that is something that I would love to do more of. Yeah, and then I want to really get more footage of it in general. So it took a really long time to build this lab out. We use the same clay that the NIJ has. We keep it at the same temperature. We measure backface signature. We measure velocity. We've got 2 Oler screens, which they typically have, which are fairly typical for these labs, to be able to measure the velocity. And I don't know if Danny's gonna get mad. I just said the brand of the screens, but I forgot. Probably. I'll try not to give too much info away, but yes, absolutely, this is something that we would love to be able to invite you in on. Yeah. And that's more of what we want to do. I want to be able to invite everybody in on kind of what we do here and how we manufacture and how we test.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dutch Butcher. We said we weren't going to talk about it.
Talk about what?
Glizzy size, dude.
The what?
No, yeah.
Oh.
We're not talking about it. That's the one thing. We said it in the video. We're not talking about it.
You shine like a Christmas tree with cheap Nevada. Oh, night vision.
Budget night vision goggles. Yes.
I am an idiot. I read this question as you shine like a Christmas tree with cheap Nevada. But he wrote NV, which NV was clearly night vision.
Well, we were talking about moving out of California, so
I know, I was just talking about moving out of California. So
yeah.
God, that's
Let me have
worst.
this, Jess. Let me have this.
Oh, man, I'm an idiot.
Doug says
Will you
volunteers for live armor testing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, check this out. So, live armor testing. Let's do this. Open a poll. Can you open a poll?
I can open another
Pull
poll.
me up. Don't cancel all their questions. Can you open a poll without canceling questions?
We'll see.
I don't know.
We love you guys regardless. All right, what's the poll? What are we asking?
Well, she knows that the Christmas tree Nevada question was last, so I'm assuming you could still access the things that he doesn't have. I don't know. We'll see how it works. How would you feel? It's not a good idea, so I can't pose the question like this. Do you want me? Do you want me to test my armor out on myself in our NIJ lab?
Oh, no.
I just want to see what kind of response we get, because if it's overwhelming, then I don't know. Hypothetically speaking, I can't do it live. I don't think.
I'll let you shoot
YouTube
me with
would
the
not
armor
allow
on,
us
dude.
to, but we can certainly record it and post it up on Rumble or
Do you
something.
want me to test armor on ourselves? That doesn't even...
What the fuck is that?
It doesn't matter. Look at the poll, dude. Everybody knows
Do
what
you
we
want me
mean.
to test armor on ourselves?
Listen, I was homeschooled.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, no.
No. Okay. So these are responsible firearm owners that we're talking to.
Test.
I trust our
Just
armor.
a test.
Maybe
I
you
would have
guys.
said. I would have said no too. Okay,
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah. All right, where are we at?
Bullet.
I don't know. I
Literally.
legitimately thought about it though.
Let's see here.
If you guys have any questions about like how we make our armor, this is the other thing that I kind of wanted to get into real quick. Just a short segue. And line up if you could line up a few questions. If you can copy and paste them down to another thing.
Line up a few questions in a poll.
No. Just line up a few questions like as you come across them. That way we can just kind of rapid fire them off.
Got some over there.
Sweet. So what we were thinking is if you guys wanted to get into the weeds on like how the body armor is made and get more like technical questions, our COO, Danny, who is actually responsible for a lot of the development of our armor, has asked for you guys to send an email to livearmor@tacticon.com. That's live, L-I-V-E, armor@tacticon.com. And what we can do is create another YouTube live with him, and he will already have a lot of your questions kind of ready to rock and roll. And we can go through those and address those and then just talk about it back and forth. I think that would be kind of cool. Because we are completely vertically integrated here. So everything, we get raw material, and then, we do everything from making the mold. We actually machine the molds out that we lay up the polyethylene in and then press it, right? So we do everything from there all the way up to the actual testing in our lab, and then obviously it gets sent out to the NIJ certified labs for further testing. But yeah, we can fundamentally do anything from the ground up here, which is great.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions about that or how it works, how it operates, or you're just downright curious, we are here to feed that curiosity.
USA 2 Arms. Nolan is good at one thing, and it's not English. You are correct. That is fundamentally true.
If you had one grab and go option, would you use a battle belt or the battle gear chest rig?
One grab to go option, chest rig or battle belt?
That is a really good question, and I would probably use the belt.
I would go with the rig.
You would?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a hunt. All right. The reason I would go with the rig.
We're already in California, and they're just looking like, Jesus Christ, these
Backstreet's
guys
back.
are worse.
All right.
All right. Why do you do it, chest rig?
I want the chest rig because I like to keep stuff off of my my waistline. I want the weight a little bit higher personally.
Yeah, yeah.
So a lot of the guys that have watched my videos, they'll see me messing around with the chest rig and the different setups that I have. I'll run like 2 mags, holster, whatever.
Yep.
So I just feel most comfortable keeping it up top.
Okay. I like my belt because I would run a belt because if he had a chest rig and no belt, that would force him to carry his pistol on his rig, right?
Yep.
So you'd have to keep it up here. I would rather draw from my waist. I would rather draw my mags from my waist as well, and it's easier. Furthermore, it's easier to doff the equipment, so I can take it on and off easier than I can a chest rig, in my opinion. So.
While on the topic of chest rigs,
will
you guys make modular chest rigs with plate carriers and backpacks that are all inclusive? Like
Stumped. Like a package deal?
I think so.
Oh.
Will we make modular plate carriers and chest rigs that are all inclusive?
Yes.
Maybe.
Wow.
Perhaps.
I've never seen you guys
Stumped?
Yeah.
stumped.
Yeah.
Speechless.
So, yeah, no. It's a good question. I haven't thought about that before. Kind of making one big kind of all-inclusive bundle. I would bundle what we have. I would never manufacture. I can answer that question. I would not make the plate carrier attached to a chest rig that was not able to be unattached. We will absolutely offer it as a bundle. Was that the original question? Was it a bundle or just the product?
We're assuming
All inclusive, yeah. So I would do a bundle with all of our products bundled into one, 100%, right? So you can kind of get everything and save some money. I would do that. But I would not make a plate carrier like with a built-in chest rig just because we already have chest rigs and we already have plate carriers, and I can make those at large volume, and then we can put those together and then save money. So that's my thought process on that.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Heard that.
Duty gloves?
Duty gloves.
Duty glove or work gloves?
Duty gloves.
That's a Jake question.
So I've thought about duty gloves and work gloves. The thing is there is a huge player in the industry right now that has just so much market share, and they make great gloves, and I use them myself, and it would be very hard to compete with them. The brand is called Mechanics. I very rarely, push other brands. As we make most of the stuff that we use.
Yep.
But I don't think I can make a better glove for Mechanics at a better price. I honestly don't. I think what they're doing right now is great. I think their gloves are great prices. I own a ton of them, and I don't even need to because I really only need one pair. Because the gloves that I've had for multiple years have lasted. So Mechanics gloves. I mean, if you're looking for a brand, I mean, I would be happy to make brand recommendations too for anybody that doesn't have.
Yeah.
If we don't make anything. Obviously, I'm going to say Tacticon every time.
Tacticon.
But if we don't make it, yeah, I'd be happy to make brand recommendations.
Will you guys manufacture an affordable suppressor?
No, ATF.
Nice try.
Nice try, though.
Nice try, ATF.
I see you. I see you. If we get the SOT, the special permits to do so, yes. Yep. Absolutely. I mean, I'm gunning for them. So if we can potentially make, if I can get the permits to make the suppressors with our FFL, then yes, we will make affordable suppressors. But the goal would be we would obviously have to make them for police departments and military, and then feed them to the public first because there's no other way that they will give it to us in California. So.
I've got a good one.
Yeah.
John Stye asks
Yeah.
if he's got a question from female customers. Can you make a body armor plate that is more Tata friendly?
That would be more multi-curve.
A body armor plate that is more Tata friendly.
But like super Tata friendly?
Yes.
How Tata friendly are we talking?
Okay.
Very.
Very Tata.
Very Tata friendly.
Very Tata friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called stand in front of her. Be a man.
Be a man. Yeah, let's. So, I would love to. Again, it comes down to demand. If I find a creative way to very quickly produce one-off body armor, and believe me, we are working on it, but if I can find creative ways to produce very quick one-off body armor, and we may be able to do it with our autoclave, then the answer is yes. We can do that, and we can do that at special request. I would love to be able to facilitate everybody's desire to protect themselves, especially with armor, right? It doesn't have to be with everything, but when it comes to like the life-saving features like armor, then yes, I would like that.
Will you guys make pistol braces?
Next question. I don't even want to open my mouth on that so somebody can like artificially intelligence like put yes in my face.
That's too late, dude. Too late. That's already a thing. Deepfakes are my new favorite right now. Level 2 or 3, level 2/3, level 2/3, duty holsters.
Oh, level 2, level 3.
Duty holster.
Duty holsters. Yes, yeah, we're in the process of making a level 2 injection molded holster right now. So that is the plan. And to get level 2 and level 3 retention, as a matter of fact, on our Kydex OWB holsters, I think we would be able to do so just with a simple flap that comes up. So yeah, that could be a thing because it's an easy modification on an existing product. So yes.
Any plans for ARDs for the LPVOs? I feel like I know that nomenclature, but I don't know that nomenclature.
ARDs. Man.
Type it in real quick. Let us.
Let me see. ARD.
Are you using one of your lifelines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can call out to one guest.
It means ARD. It's the Philadelphia youth slang for all right.
All right.
I will not be making all rights for our LPVO. That's the answer Google gave me. I'm sorry, I don't know what ARD is. I probably should.
I feel like I should.
Oh, Urban Dictionary has it as awkward restroom dialogue.
Definitely not.
Awkward restroom dialogue with an LPVO.
Oh, I mean, yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that would be...
Protect our thick gal. Save the streets. Save the teats. Yes. Save the teats.
Is anybody just like really digging in there that we can respond to? Like really just talking some poo?
No.
Oh,
No.
that's actually really nice of you guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well then tell me what you don't like about Nolan's face.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
I'll cry myself
Spit
to
it out.
sleep.
Open a poll.
Open a poll. Do you like Nolan's face?
Yes or no?
Someone asked if he was in his flip-flops. I said, of course.
Of course, fucking A right, baby. You will not find this dude, rain or shine.
Yeah.
outside
I
of his
exist in these
flip-flops.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, anti-reflective device, AFD.
Oh, AFD.
ARD, sorry.
Oh, ARD. Okay.
Anti-reflective device, man. Yes, awesome. I've heard of that, and we have those, and we have it for the. I believe our Falcon V3 has one of those as well. It's basically a sunshade, really, is what it boils down to. But I just never heard it put into an acronym before. Anyway, the answer was, will we have an anti-reflective device for our LPVO? We can put the threading in our next run to allow anti-reflective devices to go in. The answer is possibly. Send that to research.tacticon.com. If I get enough love on that, then yeah, absolutely, we would consider it. So.
Bulletproof cups.
Bulletproof cup.
Oh, a bulletproof cup. Oh,
Junk protection.
A couple people.
nice. I was such an idiot. I'm like, so that you can protect yourself as you're taking
So you can drink your morning coffee.
like a bulletproof cup. Well,
Fun fact, no such thing as bulletproof, but
bulletproof cups, yeah, bullet-resistant cups. Yeah. I don't know, like with the back face deformation on a bulletproof cup, I don't know if you'd want to live after that, man, you know? So, the real answer to that question is less of a bulletproof cup. Here's the plan. Let me give you a real, like, adult answer on that instead of just making penis jokes. So this drop pouch that you see back here, that drop pouch is, we have loop, basically Velcro, right? But the loop side of the Velcro on the inside of it. And the goal is to create an easily placed polyethylene plate inside of that will protect not only your nuts. I mean,
but your butts.
not only your nuts, but really it's to protect the pelvic area, because we'd like to get armor in there, because right now, you know, your pelvic area is kind of the new alpha zone. Like, you're familiar with this being the alpha zone, but often, like, we'll go out and we'll try to train to shoot down there. And the reason why we do that is because now with everybody having armor, that's kind of the new spot to shoot. You get somebody in the pelvic region, it's an arterial junction. And so it's impossible, it's nearly impossible to stop that bleeding without surgery. Because of that, that is kind of like the weak point. It's the chink in our armor, pun intended, right? Is, you know, shooting somebody in the dick. So to avoid, I can say yes. Depending on how low your balls hang, that drop pouch will protect most of what's going on down there. So if you're just a hell of a man, then you may have to look elsewhere. I don't know if we're going to be able to accommodate, but yeah, for the most part, it'll protect the arterial junction to include your nuts. So
Yeah.
cup, good question.
Training courses.
Lots of people.
Training courses.
I honestly didn't know that you guys would want to do training courses. Is that something that they would want to? Did you poll how many people hated your face?
No. Do you want me to? I will.
Oh no, I thought you actually did it.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. I will.
Okay. So what I would like to poll though,
I do have daddy issues, by the way.
can I ask how many of you guys are in California or are local or would be willing to travel for training courses? Like if we actually put together a range, like a dynamic shooting range, where you guys were actually able to come out and do some of that stuff. What percentage of you would be willing to come out and do that with us? And then, we can't really do a where are you from too. Yeah, can't do that. But if you could, like at some point in time, just comment and let us know where you're from in here. That would be awesome, because it would give us an idea based on how many of these votes come in, depending on whether or not you'd want to train with us, but also where you're located, and we'll be able to kind of put those two numbers against each other, if you know what I mean. So.
2.5 pound vest.
SRT plates. I'm assuming you're talking about our SRT plates, because our SRT plates are about 2.5 pounds. And they are in stock, and if they're not in stock, they should be, and I'll get them back up tonight.
Any corpsmen on the Tacticon team?
We
Sean?
have a Marine. Basically the same thing. That guy's never going to talk to us
No,
again.
ever.
No. I got to make the jokes.
Yeah.
We do not have any corpsmen on the team. Unfortunately, we have had everybody from Army to I believe Air Force and Marines, but no corpsmen as of yet.
Yeah. What makes the JPC a JPC? The name.
I think what he could be.
The name.
So a JPC, jumpable plate carrier. So I would believe I don't own one. I'm only speculating here and look from what I can see from what I've looked at it online. But I plan on getting one here pretty soon, and we're going to do kind of a deep dive on it and the differences between our plate carrier. But typically, what you'll find is it's a lot more slick. It's not going to have things that can get caught on anything. That's one of the things that you're going to look for if you're jumping out of a plane. You don't want things getting tangled up on anything. It's slick. It's durable. It's lightweight. It's minimal. And I think that's kind of the key behind it. So being able to keep it minimal and incredibly durable at the same time.
Yeah.
Again, I'm only speculating, so take that with a grain of salt.
Ever think of manufacturing muzzle brakes or compensators? Most likely with our rifle.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
SRT plates in stock?
SRT plates are in stock.
SRT plates, the 2.5 pound plates are in stock. SRT, if you guys don't know, is special rifle threat. So basically, it is a 2.5 pound plate that will stop rifle rounds. It will stop 5.56, 308, AK-47 rounds. So 7.62 by 39, 7.62 by 51, 5.56. The SRT plus plates will stop all those plus the green tip. So and that's just.
Those in stock.
And we also have those in stock. Those are a little over 4 pounds.
4.1.
4.1. And
It is a badly dubbed karate movie. Just to let you know.
Oh,
what?
good.
Yeah.
What's a baddie?
It says, "Hey guys, nope, no, looks like a badly dubbed karate movie."
Oh, is it lagging?
Yeah, we've been lagging the whole time.
It's lagging for them?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's why I keep saying I appreciate you guys for sticking through. They're the best.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought we only saw the lag. I didn't
No.
realize they were seeing the lag.
Yeah, they're getting the lag.
Jesus, I can't believe they're sticking around for this.
Yeah, no, they're the best.
I would not be able to handle that.
Wow.
Like, fuck this as soon as I got on. That's a bummer. Okay. We should do some karate things. Some, like,
Do some kung fu.
What else we got? Oh, better shoot. You can't.
Why does AR-500 look this? Oh, this is somebody else.
I was like, I don't.
Hand warmer for the plate carrier.
Hand warmer for the plate carrier. Today I learned
called
to
putting your hands
shoot
in
people with armor in the dick, and I don't know how to feel about that. Yeah. Well, I mean, so genuinely, like if someone's wearing body armor, you shoot them in the dick. I mean, you hit the pelvic region is really where you want to go for.
Yeah.
So it's always good to kind of go for that area anyway, just because. I mean, you can stop a sucking chest wound. You just you hit an artery and down there in that pelvic area, and it's over.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I got a question for you guys, I guess. What type of content would you like to see more coming out in the next few months? Right? What would you guys like to see? We do this for you.
Yeah.
We do it for fun, but we also do it for you.
If you want more content, let's we should poll that. Is there a way to poll that other than yes or no's? And what are we getting on our previous poll? What's our previous?
Yes or no, 74% yes.
74% said that they would come out and train. That's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could do a course. So this is more of like a, hey, email us the response to this, but if you can send research@tacticon.com, a response, what content, and the subject line could just be content. What content would you guys like to see? And some of the categories that I can give you are, do you just like the entertainment? Do you want more training? Do you want more in-depth product videos, right? Or do you want product comparison videos, right? So we're comparing our products with other companies' products, product comparison, or actual in-depth deep dives into our products and how to use them and what they are. Training videos, or just sheer entertainment. Those are kind of the categories that you could stick with. If you think of something else creative, then you can put it in there. But yeah, I would, if I'm going to keep making content, I want to be able to make it for, make the content that you guys want to see. So
we're going to get maybe one or two more questions here, and then we're going to wrap it up, guys.
it is getting late.
We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for staying with us. What is it like being Miles Teller's brother? He gets jealous. It's rather unfortunate. I have to pawn off movie deals onto him because he cries about it.
Dude, let's get into just find the shit talking questions and let's respond to
I've
this.
been looking.
Tacticon
Yeah.
product.
There aren't that many.
Oh, so they're saying Tacticon product torture. So I think that's what they're.
Nolan.
Let's see behind the scene. Oh, behind the scenes vids.
Those are coming. We got them in the works, actually.
I love the BTS.
We've got prototypes coming.
We got prototypes of the BTS scenes. They're coming. No, that's cool. That's a really good idea.
Nolan hanging from all the products.
From a tree.
I've already done that like 3 times, guys. I'll do it again. But
Oh, so we got. Have you seen a lot of Sacramento's, a lot of Californias, or where everybody's at?
Yeah, there's a lot of out of state. Someone said they.
Someone said California, soon to be Tennessee, I think is what I saw.
Bug out, loaning, trading.
Cool.
And then there's some east.
Right on. So they're close. Yeah. So most people could probably short drive.
Belt-fed tack gear for the currently serving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I like that.
Bring back the hippie hair.
Bring back the hippie
A couple
hair.
people asked if we got a haircut.
I did. I've gotten like 3
Yeah, but
case you're-
let them see the
Yeah.
full.
in full glory.
It doesn't do it justice.
No.
I was like, you know what you need with those flip flops?
Mullet.
Fucking mullet.
Well, I had a mullet for a while there. I got it mostly trimmed.
You did. I don't know why you did that, but
I know. I saw a little
hilarious.
piece of your heart break. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting rid of the mullet.
yeah, my cock went down half a size.
Affordable ballistics, belt-fed shotgun, music video.
South Sac, Iraq.
Don't encourage.
Yeah.
music, man.
Oh, we're encouraging the music videos.
Oh, we are getting down on a fucking music video.
There Goes My Zero was just the
That
start.
was just the beginning. I'm gonna put out a teaser for you guys in the next music video we're gonna drop. It's to Taylor Swift's. Taylor Swift's Trouble. Just
T-Swift.
imagine that. Just imagine what you can do with that, but keep it gun related.
More training and drills.
More to come.
Done. Flannels? Flannels?
Flannels.
I also want a flannel.
Yeah.
Oh, like sell flannels or wear flannels?
Both.
Because like I can't wear flannels. I mean, fucking Grantham already like trapped that market. He's got it. I can't copy him.
I'll copy him.
But flannel.
Fuck it, me too.
Everybody loves a flannel.
Everybody loves a flannel.
Any breaching gear or straps? All right, we're going to get 2 more out of this. Any breaching gear or straps to attach to breaching gear to a plate carrier?
No, it reminds me of Lucas from T-Rex.
It's just not as annoying.
It's not as annoying. Oh, I have thought the exact same thing. Yes,
Oh, we're going to talk about that one later.
that is fucking awesome. Yeah, I just never told him. But now that I have somebody to support
Now you
me,
have somebody backing you up?
hell yes.
Sissy.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, here's a good one. He's asked like 3 times.
Okay.
Would you be making OWB level 2 paddle holsters?
Level 3,
Level 2.
level 2,
Yeah.
OWB
Paddle
holsters. Yes. Yes.
Thank you. He's asked.
That is the universal holster. It would be, that would be universal. So our OWB holster is going to have, the one that we make out of Kydex is going to, it's going to be less paddle and more of like a belt attachment that you can adjust the ride height on. But to answer your question, yes, paddle. Level
Paddle.
2, got it.
Paddle.
And it's going to be universal though. It's not going to be specific to your firearm, which is better for you because then you'll be able to buy it. Would you trust your life with your products? That is a damn good question. Would I trust my life with my products? And yes, and that is honestly why I have wanted to, and I know it's completely irresponsible and everybody tells me not to do it, and I probably won't do it, and my wife would probably leave me if I did try to do it, because it's just so incredibly insane, but I would absolutely shoot myself with my own product. So I would get in our NIJ lab, I would wear the armor, I would put it on, and I would shoot myself with the product. And if there is a way for me to get that done somehow, and get everybody's approval on it and get the EMTs standing by, like just in case, and maybe just go for, I don't know. I mean,
You got kids, dude. I'll let you shoot me with it.
listen, I am not against getting shot with my armor. I think, and that's not the question that he asked. Would you trust your products with your life? Absolutely, hands down, 100%. All the products that I run, all my equipment, if we make it, I run it. I don't run anybody else's equipment. I run the equipment that I would want to use and that I would make. And so I run my armor, absolutely. There's no question about it. The answer is yes, yes, and yes. And that was a good question.
And I can
It really is.
I can answer that one too. All the stuff you see in videos that I make, so the AR that's all set up and the kit, that's my Go kit. It's all set up and ready to roll. I'm running the Falcon V3, the Predator V4, and the Elite Rig. So, yes.
Do a video with Reno May.
Reno May!
Reno May. Fuck Reno.
So mean.
I love it. Oh, Jesus. That's rad. And then somebody's probably on Reno's channel like, do a video with Tacticon.
Do a video
And,
with
they're like,
Tacticon.
and then someone's like, Tacticon. And they're like, fuck Tacticon.
All right, time to
Okay.
wrap up.
Yeah, we got to wrap up.
Hey, guys, thank you so much for sticking in. We really appreciate it. This has been honestly really great. Thank you for sticking along through our very terrible video latency.
Indeed. Thank
Yeah.
you. Again, if you have any ideas for shirts, for products, for changes on products, research at Tacticon.com. Put what you're talking about in subject lines so we know. If you want to see this body armor, like this breakdown of body armor, live armor at Tacticon.com. And ask your questions about how our body armor is made and any real deep dive questions on how body armor is made, you can get to it there. I would love to ask you guys before you leave, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please do so and hit the notification bell so when we make more of these, we can interact with you guys in the future. And the battle torch, don't forget about this little fella.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. And if you weren't here at the beginning of the video, it's just, how should this be activated, right? Because right now it's always on, strobe, off. We're thinking about always on, double tap to activate the strobe, and then off. If you have any input on what you want to see, we will change all of our Firefly, all of our Battle Torch models to accommodate, and that is BT, Bravo Tango, Victor 1 at Tacticon.com, BTV1 at Tacticon.com. And with that, we're going to get out of here.